Okay, I believe we are up and running. YouTube says so. I'm inclined to believe that. All right, welcome back everyone to the American Online Racing Hobo Racing Cup Series. Race 2 of this long season taking place here tonight in Atlanta. Game track. Going to be quite a challenge here for these guys, of course, with it being open setup. Cup physics, high tire wear. Fairly long race. I believe 117 laps, 114 laps is the official number. Realistic damage, everything that you want. This is going to be a night for it, and we are going to be, as always, having some fun tonight. And just to add to the fun factor, joining me tonight, a man who knows a thing or two about these broadcasts, the man behind TarnationTV himself, Blaine Donlon.
Hey, man. Yeah, the last minute call. He called me like 6 minutes ago. Hey, do you want to broadcast? I said, yes, and here I am.
That's what it
But
felt
yeah,
like.
man, this is cool. I didn't know that Hobo Racing was on a new server, so we, got it all figured out, and here I am. This should be fun. Yeah, and the game track of Atlanta is awesome.
Always produces some great racing. And of course, AOR took Hobo under its wing, as we had mentioned before, and has brought us so much cool stuff with the in-game commands. Blaine, I'll mention this to you as well. I didn't get a chance to talk to you about this before the race, but I'll mention this to all the people as well. A lot of automatic stuff going on, where once the race is over, the export is done automatically, so an admin does not have to export anything. The game is automatically going to call out drivers coming off of pit road. It automatically calls a lucky dog. And I believe even wave arounds, I think.
Oh, like in the chat box?
All
No way.
automatically. So the game is determining who gets the free pass, who's coming off the pit lane and calling it out.
Ooh.
And what to say, even penalties, it mostly handles that itself. So yeah, a lot of it is done automatically, and these guys here at AOR have gone above and beyond to really, really bring the A game as far as the just the in-depth nature of making it better.
I remember like my co-host over there at TarnationTV, Rod Weston, he was talking about a guy he knew that had an automated system like that, where a web page would crunch the numbers and run the server and do all that stuff. So it's pretty wild what people have done with this old sim and attaching it to just all this back end stuff to just automate everything. It's amazing what they can pull off.
And the results automatically get exported to their website, or the website which is in the description here. And within a few minutes of the race ending, we will get the live point standings.
Oh man,
Like
that's
within 5
rad.
minutes of the checkered flag, automatically.
And they don't have to do nothing. They get the website sees the race is done, it pulls the export, puts it up there. I guess they post, obviously there's always the unofficial results, hoping that any penalties they can always go in and adjust that later. But that's pretty awesome that that happens that quick.
Yeah, these guys have gone, like I said, above and beyond, and we got guys like Jeff Trowbridge and Keith McLean to thank for a lot of that, and all the admins over here at AOR. A lot of the and as we were talking about, even a lot of the painting being done by
the one and only
Richard Hildebrandt from Paint by Raw, which is awesome to even find out that he's a part of this deal. Even if he doesn't race, he's still a big part of making a lot of this happen here at AOR. I don't know why I'm having trouble talking.
Yeah, and even Jeff was saying, I think when we were talking to him before the race, I believe it was Jeff. I'm kind of new here, and I've been here a few times, but he said like Stakanis is a painter, Hildebrandt is a painter. So like it's funny when the leagues that we broadcast for, you've got Rodney Sellens, Bernie Mobbs, Frank Divins. I paint some cars, a couple of cars, but like you got some big league home run hitters when it comes to paints. But then over here, you're going to have a different crop of names because it's like there's hundreds of leagues in NASCAR Racing 2003 season, which is so cool. And it's almost like little communities within the community that you may never even see some of these people. But it's cool that when you get into territory that you're not familiar with, it all operates the same. Everybody's contributing.
Oh yeah, and it is. Again, I'm just happy to be a part of it in some capacity,
Mm-hmm.
and just such an honor. And qualifying now complete here at Atlanta, and we will take a look at these qualifying results really quick. And we've got a familiar man on pole position. If you remember last year, for any viewers, for any longtime viewers, this guy dominated the pole positions last year, was in contention for the championship at the end of it. It is Caleb Lingle. He is back. He is in the 13, and he is on pole with a 28.198. Mac Daddy, Keith McLean to the outside, the reigning champion. Jeff Stakanis and Steve Grant are third and fourth. Herman Reese in fifth, and Jeff Fugate in sixth. That is a very, very standard top six, I would say, for this group of guys. Wiley King in seventh. Gary Morin in eighth, who came oh so close to winning last week, and then, of course, the calamity happened in turn two.
You
Ken
were
Hansen,
saying, yeah.
Ken Hansen, Duke Sorensen rounding out the top 10. Ricky Bumbalo, Randy Smith, Ron Simpson, Greg Stenzo, Monty Keller, Ryan Johnson, Troy Donahue, and Steve Rubino, all the drivers that took lap times. Also running tonight will be Charlie Trusty, Eddie Rayleigh, Tom White, and our man KJ Kilojoules, aka Julian Wilson. 22 drivers. This is going to be
a great race. Revealed his true identity. Kilojoules has an actual name. I love the BSR guys always run their screen names. It's a Kilojoules.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we got a couple of BSR guys here. Mac Daddy, which is Keith McLean, Monty Keller, and KJ out here as well. And I don't know who that TarnationTV guy is there in the chat, but I should probably ban him. And,
he gave me admin privileges, man, so this is all over now.
And Jeff in the chat there as well. Jeff Trowbridge, of course, one of the head manmans over here. Looks like he is not racing tonight, but great to see him out here nonetheless. Katie, I know you're watching.
So do these guys run consistent? Like, it's a 39 race season. Mm-hmm. Do they do 1X, 2X, 3X? How do they operate?
We are on 2X, so pit window for
every
tonight.
Race.
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
Next week, when we go to the Daytona Road Course,
cool.
We'll find out about that for sure, because Hobo in its entire history has never run road courses. Now, under this new management, that has changed. So that is going to be next week's race. We'll have Zach Rogers on the call for that one.
Cool. Yeah, you're in cahoots with Zach. That guy's unreal.
That's
like me with Rod Weston. Right? Like, you got to have a co-host who's just gnarly when it comes to numbers and like racing knowledge. And Rogers he's awesome.
Well, he knows a thing or two about road racing, so that's why it's going to be great to have him back up here once again. A guy that called a lot of these races with me last year. But Blaine, just great to have you back up here again.
Thanks for having me, man.
Gotta plug TarnationTV, of course. What Blaine does over there is second to none when it comes to the quality of NR broadcasting. So go subscribe and watch some TarnationTV. You got Maverick Cup Series coming up here soon on Tuesday nights as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for the kind words. We're in competition with you on Tuesdays.
Oh, man, again?
And that's, Maverick operates on Tuesdays, right? And they've got a 20. Ben bumped it up a few races. I think they ran 24 races last year. I think now it's 26 or 27. So they're doing qualifying now for their Daytona next Tuesday there. And then I got my brand new computer rig. The first ever broadcast that's going to happen with that rig will happen next Tuesday. So I've got some different things in the works, and hopefully I can pull it off. I've got Old Faithful as a backup just in case. You can stress test everything right to the hilt, but guess what? When it's go time, it's going to catch fire. I can always go back to the old computer I'm on now, the 11-year-old PC that I've been using. It's been flawless though.
If it works, it works. But
Yeah.
if you got the option, definitely give it a go.
Oh, the upgrade was great. I mean, bought the thing pre-built. First time I actually haven't put it together myself. I was like, you know what? This guy builds them. We'll just go to a builder.
There you go.
Don't go to a store. Go to a guy who buys parts and puts them together. That's the real deal there.
Quality stuff there. Alrighty, so we're going to be kicking it to the race session here in just a moment. Like I said, 114 laps. Pit window will be estimated about 30, maybe 33 if you really stretch the tires. The fuel can probably make it that far, but the tire wear being as heavy as it's going to be tonight, we're going to see some lap time fall off. It wouldn't surprise me if we may see a second and a half, maybe even 2, depending on how hard these guys run it.
Nice.
Yeah, you love
it's
to
always
see it.
cool. See like a tire race. That's kind of neat, especially at this track at Atlanta, the original stock Atlanta. Nothing's different. They haven't changed any of the graphics on the track. Nothing. So
this is as original as it gets. The field is gridding up. I'm gonna hop on and off track, and let's get to the live picture here for everybody.
Does your game not crash when you do that? Going on and off track? Yeah, I tend when I'm broadcasting, if I get on the grid and then retire, a lot of times it'll puke on me.
Oh my gosh.
So I just let the 15-second counter go, and then it's fine. Pro tip from Seth Cole, talking about broadcasters, Flatout Racing Network. But yeah, he said that. He goes, just let the 20-second countdown go through, then it won't be an issue. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it's glitchy when you get all the broadcast software going. But everybody's computer is different.
Why is my lap count not working? Why is it saying, oh my gosh, yeah, now my GNL TV is doing the exact same thing that yours was doing.
Yeah, mine never connected. I don't know why. This is the first time I've ever had it not connect to NASCAR. I don't know what happened.
Well, that's lovely.
And I'm not using a different executable. It's the same old executable. I have the fast executable. Randall runs a custom executable over there at Fast. But even if I was running the fast executable, I wouldn't be able to connect to this race because the server, it wouldn't, they don't match.
Well, we'll see if we can try to fix that, maybe under a caution or something. Apologies to everybody. But we'll try and get that ticker and the lap counter fixed. But
yeah, yours is doing the same deal, yeah. Can you push S? When you push S on your keyboard, does it actually show the laps, or is it covered up?
It's normally covered.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, but I do have a way to fix that if I absolutely have to.
Yeah, all the fail-safes say I've got the same setup.
Just get rid of the black box. All right, yep. Well, hey, it don't matter because you know what? The pace car is in. Caleb Lingle and Mac Daddy are going to lead them to the green flag here. Just in time for Zach to come on in, but here we go. Race number 2 of the season in 2026 is underway.
Now, some leagues will follow the NASCAR Cup schedule. Do these guys do that, or do they veer away from it? Like, how's that work?
So to my knowledge, they stick to it fairly closely, but not precisely.
Right.
As Mac Daddy's going to lead this first lap, actually, from the outside pole. I'm going to take the race lead here. Caleb in second, then Jeff, Steve, and Herman. Side by side here for the 7th position, Wiley King and Gary Morin. Wiley's going to take that spot away. But to further on that, pretty close, but not exact. Like, heck, the Daytona Road Course, I don't think they're going there next week, are they? Oh, no, they're going to COTA, that's right.
Yeah, I don't think they are, yeah. COTA's a fun track, too, though. Long, like 3.25 mile length, I think.
It's a lot. It's a big track. I remember doing a fast race from COTA a while back. As right now, everyone is just kind of trying to find their rhythm, get into a single file line here for the moment, and everyone's just going to try and save their tires.
I really like the road courses. I mean, I know you were saying Hobo actually never ran road course before. Now, new management, they tucked one in there. But so what happened to Hobo? They just needed a different head office sort of setup, or original owners moved on. What happened over there?
So after the word from Steve Rubino, who was running the Hobo League since its outset, um, he had said that just after doing it for that long, it's getting a little tired, some health issues starting to crop up. He said, "You know what? It's
Oh yeah,
time to go ahead and shut things down." And a few guys here said, "You know what? We're going to pretty much take it over." And they have founded this AOR. They've still got it going, and this is basically the rebranding. And they've got a great operation going, as I was talking about, with all the automation that they've done. It's pretty cool, and we want to thank Jeff Trowbridge and all the guys here at AOR for keeping this thing going.
so AOR took Hobo in, or they kind of combined two leagues and then created AOR?
To
Because
my
I've never heard of AOR before.
to my knowledge, AOR is essentially the rebranding of Hobo,
Okay,
and the Hobo Racing division is basically what Hobo was, and is just now under this umbrella. Does that make any sense
right.
whatsoever?
Yeah, they're just basically able to soak up
Oh,
more
goodness.
drivers. And for those of you who don't know, Hobo, the name is where the guys are from, Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yes, sir. And
yeah, that league ran for a long time. But yeah, I guess it can only go for so long, and then might as well just join forces with another powerful league, right, and just keep it going.
Yeah. So we got a little bit of action going on here. While the King got past Fugate for the 6th position. Got a lot of guys right in the bit of a gaggle here. Gary Moore in there in that blue number 40. Ryan Johnson, 78, always a factor in these races. Ricky Bumbalo there in 10th. Oh, 40's getting loose. He's going to get into the grass. He's going to go around. Watch out, everybody. Oh, Rubino. Hard into him.
Yeah.
Big damage. Caution will be out.
McLean was running away with this thing, too.
Yeah, Keith was starting to really dominate it for the first 9 laps there, but Gary Moore in loose off turn 4 is going to end up spinning around. Caution is out for the first time tonight. And unfortunately, Daytona winner. And as we were talking about Steve Rubino, he was the guy that ended up in the nowhere to go category.
Yeah.
Yeah, credit to Gary. I mean, he almost had it, but obviously, it's the grass. What are you going to do?
Yeah, and it's weird. The thing, like you said, it got loose in turn 3 there, and it just sort of washed out to the left. And then once you're in the grass, it's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, but yeah, no help or nothing, just kind of a single car thing. I guess I'll see some pitting.
Follow Steve here for this replay, trying to check up. I mean, you're already doing 180 off the corner.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can do.
Unless you slam the brakes on really hard to try to gather it back up, but then you're also throwing I mean, if you do that, that's a crazy brake check. You're going to cause an accident anyhow.
Oh, yeah. Everybody coming down pit lane, I am not surprised at that, the level of tire wear. After these pit stops, then we're going to try and see if we can get that counter and the kicker fixed. I bet you it was probably when I closed the game and changed the core. I bet you that's what did it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like I said too, it's weird that my GNL is the first time it's ever not seen. Sometimes it doesn't see NASCAR, but you just kind of kill the game, reset Apache, start everything back up again, and it seems to work. But yeah, it's not doing it. I don't know why.
As Caleb Lingle, with the advantage of that first pit stall, is going to lead these guys off just ahead of the 28. 31, 59, and 11. Herman Reese gained a spot there. Driving the 59 this year. With the 73 last time out. All right. So you're going to see the game freeze because I'm going to see if I can try and fix this without shutting anything down. Probably not, but I'm going to try.
It's worth a shot. The game might need to be restarted, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's
Either way, the number 10 currently leading this pack around here, Randy Smith. That's a hot looking car too. Oh, he's coming in the pits now. That's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah, he usually gets those lady laps, as they are known.
Yeah,
I love the new number 10. All right,
so Smith and Kilojoules down.
Yes.
Kilojoules got an awesome looking car too. Holy crap, it's Stella Artois. Now I want a beer.
The car is beautiful. All right, I'm going to close Apache and GNL.
In a game that doesn't do reflections, whoever painted that thing, it looks like it's shining gold all over the place. That's wild.
And we're going to give it NR the old restart here while we have a moment.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Our sponsor tonight is TarnationTV.
TarnationTV.com. YouTube.com at TarnationTV.
.clom.
Clom. Yeah. C-L-O-U-M. Clom.
O-U-M. .clom.
Yeah, the .com. Is it .com or .ca?
Oh, ooh.
It's com. I'm pretty sure it's .com. I should know my own website, right?
Oh, you do have your own website. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if you watch the broadcast, it's at the start of it when we play the Hardy Boys music.
Oh, yeah.
Comes up across the bottom of the screen.
Which, by the way,
I'm pretty sure it's .com.
all right. Let me get this pulled back up. 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 Let's see if we're...
And the website for this league is actually pretty easy. It's just AmericanOnlineRacing.com, I think. That's a pretty easy one.
Oh, yeah. And a link to that is in the description. All right, let's see. Are we good? Whoopsie doodle. I'm supposed to see that.
Donahue to the pits. Smith back down again.
Yep, I'm having the exact same problem that you did. It is still not working.
I wonder why that is. That's crazy.
Okay, so we have no ticker. Apologies for that. And lap count, like I said, I have a backup. And that backup is literally just to get rid of the box that's blocking the bottom part of the screen. So you're going to get to see all my controls.
Yeah, well, at least you can see the lap ticker.
Lap counter right over here.
Yeah, when you hit S, it's your top of your screen's too populated. ABS when you bring up that little.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only do that if I'm checking drivers out of the race and laps down.
Yeah.
So I guess I might as well turn off GNL then too.
Yeah, it's weird how your GNL and my GNL aren't working. It can't have anything to do with the core or anything. That's really strange. I've never seen that happen consistently like that before.
I wonder if it is. Correlated. Well, hey, it don't matter. We're going green.
And you're running.
Leading it back.
You're running horizontal ticker, and I'm running my vertical one. Even though I'm not running a ticker, but it's set up to do that. Either way, yeah.
Green flag back in the air here. Caleb Lingle just ahead of Keith McLean in the 28th. Of course, Keith took the lead from the outset, and he might do it again as the 13 chasing it up the track, got a little bit loose. And side by side for the race lead, Bumbaloo loose a little further back. I think he was able to catch that. Mac Daddy is going to take the lead back once again. And the 85 managed to save that and is actually going to take a spot away from Fugate. So 85 up into the 8th position. I'm going to sneeze.
Hell yeah. We sneeze live on microphone.
And we do it twice just for good measure.
Yeah. Pop quiz later. How many sneezes? Have a sneeze counter. Just put it right on the screen.
Oh my gosh. I think Herman may have just had a moment there. Just lost 2 positions. Someone had a moment in turns 3 and 4. I do believe that may have been Troy Donahue. Yeah, we had smoke.
I'm going to back that up and see what happened. I keep forgetting I can do that.
Yeah, you've got that luxury. I do not.
Yeah, that's me now. I'm so used to being the visual guy. Would appear to be. Oh yeah, okay.
He might even be parking it. It looks like. Okay, he's just bringing it down pit road. Just lost the laps of Troy Donahue in a world of trouble there. The 88 of Tim White, excuse me, is out of the race. Opted to call it a night, but everybody's still out there otherwise, including that number 40. Despite the damage, he's still going. And the 07 is also still out there, albeit I'm sure he's going to be at least suffered for pace a little bit, but he did just run his personal best so far of the race.
No, the 88 and Donahue got together there. The 88 just lost control in the corner and couldn't hold to the apron, and Donahue got into him.
And Hansen for 8th place, just got by Ricky Bumbalo. No luck now. Ryan Johnson into the top 5 in that number 78, 3rd through 5th, all nose to tail. You're taking lap number 19, Steve Grant. Currently in a podium position. He was king consistency when we did the full season last year. And looking to potentially repeat that. Ryan Johnson took a peek there on Jeff Stakanis in the 31. Did not keep that nose under there, and they will remain as they were. All this behind the 28, who is already pulling away. About a few car length lead. At 20, still a long way to go.
Rogers in the YouTube chat said that they're running a shorter Circuit of the Americas this year.
Yeah,
it's only 2.4 mile long. They knocked like a half mile off it.
Yeah, they think they modified the layout, so they're not doing the Grand Prix layout anymore. As Ryan Johnson takes 4th place, Troy Donahue is still having all kinds of issues. I think he's bringing it back down pit road yet again. Checking in at the tail end of the top 10 here with Duke Sorensen in 11th. Really all over the tail of the 9.
Super slow, the 81. Donahue going down pit road at about 30 miles an hour. Yeah, he might be calling it a day.
Yeah, he's probably thinking, yeah, this ain't worth it at this point. Okay, well, he's still.
Oh no, he did a drive-through.
Oh, maybe
without GNL. Yeah, without GNL, we can't tell if he had a penalty or not. So that looks like he did. He just did a really slow drive-through.
Yeah, we might have to test this out to see if it is the core that's throwing off GNL, because if you and I are both having the same issue, I do have to wonder if that has anything to do with it. But I wouldn't imagine.
Really strange. No, I wouldn't imagine either. That it's weird that we're both having an issue where NASCAR has not been started. Like, that's what it's telling me.
Now, to those that don't know what we're talking about, in the realm of NR 2003, there is something called the Core INI file. It essentially allows you to connect to online servers. There is a default one. However, over the 23 years that this game has existed, there has been a lot of modifications done to it to help better with like bandwidth and allowing for better connections. These guys are running their very own, and we swapped it out tonight for both me and Blaine so that we could do this. So that's almost why I'm a little bit suspicious. And and Zach also just threw in another tidbit here that I totally was mistaken about. AOR has been around since 2010, and we have not heard from them and we have not heard of them until late last year in his case. And yeah, so this league has been running just under the radar for a long, long time. Now 16 years, but basically acquired Hobo Racing, and now just racing as its own division under this AOR banner. So thank you, Zach, for a little tidbit there.
Yeah, and I totally forgot that because I was on their website, and it says it up on the top of the website since 2016. So, or 2000, 2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
2010. So, I apologize. I totally had my history wrong on that, and that is very embarrassing considering the fact that this is what I'm doing for the full year. So,
they've paid you to call 39 races Yeah, no, it's a league. It's a thing, and here we go, round in circles.
We're going around in circles. That is what we always do. Oh my gosh. I just had a total nostalgia trip as we were putting Gary Moore in a lap down. Ooh, this could get a little sketchy here. Had some guys looking to make some moves. Including Wiley King, Ryan Johnson. I'll get to that point in a moment. Like, as good as these guys tend to be with, like, you know, racing respectfully, getting out of the way, and not ruffling any feathers, these guys race with a lot of respect. Whenever you're putting a guy a lap down, especially on a track as treacherous as Atlanta here, that's gonna raise some eyebrows because you have to change your line just that little bit, and all it takes is this one little step out. And next thing you know, well, you're gonna end up looking like the 40 did a little earlier.
Great racing though. Like you said, these guys give each other room. They've all seem to have found a rhythm, but there's still some pretty good racing going on because there's lots of position changes, especially up front here.
Third place.
Yes, Stakanis just took
taking
over,
that back. And Caleb Lingle has closed in greatly on the 28 here. So that's only about a car length now. A couple car lengths separating those guys. They've gotten a fair gap there that Keith was able to pull, but Caleb maybe starting to find some speed here in the long run. These guys pitted right around lap 10, so logic would dictate that they would probably end up pitting again around lap 40 to 43. Take. And of course, the earlier you pit, the bigger the undercut is going to be. But then you could end up giving that back in the long run. So that's going to be a question of how you want to play that out. Credit to all these guys up here in the top. Boy, everybody in the top 10. There's not as much separation as I would think there would be for this point in the run. Herman Reese has actually gone backwards quite a bit. It's currently running 8th.
Yeah, it's a pretty even separation, like you said. It's pretty tight up front, and there's a second or two here and there, but everybody's found their groove and they're going for it. Donahue 5 laps down. Moran is also 1 lap down.
Everybody in the top 10 occupying the same straightaway that lap, so pretty competitive so far, but obviously still really early on in the going here. Only taking lap 32 of 114, so going to be a long race here. Multiple pit stops, especially if we get to green flag pit stops, which, like I said, should be only about 7 to 10 laps away at this point. That is going to really throw a wrench into things. This is not the easiest pit road to get onto in the game. You got to get it down to 45 miles an hour, and these guys are still going about 170 through the corners. And you'll probably end up getting down to about 165 as this run goes along. But so far they have lost a little over half a second per lap compared to their best laps. Caleb pushed up the track a little bit. This could open the door for the 31. Look out! Really look out! He's going to have to save it. And he does.
Yep, 13. Lots of space to do so. That's good save. Wow. This thing's wild. I'm watching the game chat. You said it's automated, and it's funny. Yeah, reminder: no lucky dog going green next time by. Gary Moran has gone a lap down. Moran is now the lucky dog position. Like the thing literally tells the drivers everything. That's amazing.
And it's all automatic. No admins doing that. And nobody's typing that off track. It is all in game.
It's coming from not the 999 car, which you told me don't use the 999. That's the server.
Mm-hmm.
So it's communicating all this stuff to the drivers, and nobody has to touch it. That's wild.
And because of the fact that it's automatic, the reason that you and I had to join as the numbers that we did is so that the game knows, okay, you don't count those in the points. So it's going to automatically do that.
Oh, so it knows to omit like the high 900s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yep, that's why awesome. That's why you got to join as the numbers that we do. Is Herman Reese gets by Ryan Johnson for the 7th position. Ryan Johnson starting to slip just a little bit as well. Comers and goers. Oh boy, big goer right there with Steve Grant. Just a major moment off of turn 4. That car looks like it's starting to push big time.
Yeah, so it sounds like they have this automated thing set up to ignore car numbers like 990, 991, 992, like that block, I guess.
Yeah, they're able to set that. That's the luxury of what these guys are doing. Keith McLean continues to lead this thing, with Jeff Stakanis now closing. Caleb Lingle still 5th place after an incredible save. Ken Hansen's starting to come to life here in the really long run here. Currently 6th and is closing on this 113. Fugate gets by Ryan Johnson. That's the thing, yeah, that you get to this point, the run-cumbers and goers are really going to show. And right now the 13, oh boy, just kicked out the rear end again. Yeah, 13's getting loose. The 11's getting tight. I think the 59 is starting to struggle. He just had a moment where I'm pretty sure he probably plowed off the corner.
It's fun to watch the strategy, right? So you've got guys who are going to go out there at the start of a run and just go for it. Then when the stuff starts to fall apart, they just start to settle into a little pocket. The opposite will happen, where guys will conserve at the start of their run, and that way they've got some stuff to maybe make some passing later in their run. So that balance is always fun to watch. Like, man, where'd this guy come from? Well, he was nowhere for the first 15 laps because he was saving some stuff up. And then when he starts to see everybody else fall apart, you can jump on that and maybe lead a lap, or,
Yeah.
It's good strategy both ways. I mean, it works both ways, but it's cool to see, especially at a track like this that's going to chew your tires up.
Yeah, Wiley King is definitely one of those drivers that's coming to life here as well. He's up in 3rd place at the moment. He's taking advantage of a lot of errors. And to answer your question, Zach, indeed, Herman did change numbers. That's a different scheme on that 59. I love it. I think it's honestly awesome looking. Oh boy, here we go. 9th, 10th, and 11th. Ryan Johnson continues to slip back. Ricky Bumblo, there's KJ. I think Ryan's going to pit this time. He's going to offer a short pit.
He's put out the call. Ryan Johnson, the 07 is pitting this lap.
Get it down to speed, no problem there, does Ryan Johnson. It was pretty safe entry.
43 is coming in.
Charlie Trusty's pitting. We'll see if anyone else up front here pits this lap. Top 3, no go. Top 6, no go. A lot of these guys are going to try and push it just a little bit farther here.
Got Johnson, Rubino.
These guys are going to
Charlie Trusty. Looks like Rayleigh's coming in right now.
Aaron Morin's going to go another lap down.
Stenzo coming in.
A lot of guys kind of toward the back there, just figuring, hey, let's try that undercut, try and gain some ground as much as we can as we got a long green flag run going. And everyone in the top 7, 8 stay out. Herman Reese going to pit from the 9th position. That's still really in the one bit there.
Really in the 112 getting full service. I'm thinking most of these guys are going to get full service because, like you said, tires are definitely a thing.
Oh my gosh, you take 2 tires at this point in the race, you're going to ruin yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely going to be full service. Leaders coming in this time.
2 laps until they fall off completely.
Exactly. Big hot entry there for Keith, and great entry by Stakanis as well. Steve Grant, it was a little hot. See if he gets spot for speeding. AJ also in. Wiley King has stayed out, so we'll briefly inherit the lead. And will come in this time. Now, while yes, in the short go here, he will lose track position. And it's only a lap. Also a little hot. And Hansen and Fugate also coming in.
Yep.
But the nice thing about pitting a little bit later, even if you do lose track position, is we got a spin, and it's Morin again. That's a dangerous spot there. He's going to get off the track. Caution out.
Yellow is out. Yep.
Yellow is out, and oh my goodness, Caleb Lingle, my friend, you are dancing right now. Holy cow, how many guys are a lap down?
From 9th all the way down. Only the top 8 cars are on the lead lap.
Wow. Big big right there. This is going to shake things up.
Yeah, right in the middle of a pit cycle that was lasting probably about 4 or 5 laps. There's different cars coming and going on different strategies, and now that yellow comes out. Anybody who's on the pit road is fine. They can get service. Pits, of course, will be closed.
But they're going to have to wave around, though, because only Keith McLean, which it looked like, at least from what I saw, obviously the game's going to call it. I do believe Keith will be the free pass, but he's still going to have to pass 8 cars.
Yeah, so according to the game server, the automation there, yellow flag, hold your position, no racing back. Leader has taken the yellow. Lucky Dog is 59, Herman Reese.
Oh!
McCain has gone a lap down. Sakinis has gone a lap down. Grant has gone a lap down. Kilaju has lap down. Lucky Dog is Reese, pitted. Number 40, no wave around. So it's continuing to update the Lucky Dog situation because, again, these guys can pit. And that might... number 13, leader pitted. Wave arounds will be checked. Wow, this thing does everything.
It's impressive.
It even understands the wave around position.
Here's what brought out the yellow flag. Gary Morin actually getting hit there by Greg Stenzo.
I've never, in 23 years of playing this thing, I've never seen that. That's amazing.
It is a very, very impressive setup.
Yeah.
But the thing that is throwing me off with what you just said, Keith is not the lucky dog. He will have to wave around manually. Herman Reese is the free pass. Herman was the first guy that I saw in the top 10 that pitted. And so that's going to give him a free pit stop here. All the other guys are going to have to wave around, which shouldn't hurt them terribly as far as the tire wear goes, because it was only a few laps, but still, any little bit helps. And that is going to really cause them to suffer in regard to just working their way back forward again. But, I mean, hey, we know that the 28 has a good car, the 31 has a good car, 78 has a good car at least for the first half of the run. 1185. So I feel like they should be able to work their way back up there again. But it's just going to be a matter of execution and keeping the car clean, as we are still in the first half of this race. Race leader. Let's see. I do believe, okay, Wiley King currently scored as the leader, with all these lap cars ahead of him. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. That's a lot of wave arounds. And it continues to update that. The 58 will still be Lucky Dog.
Yeah, auto admin.
59.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I love that. That's unreal.
So your top 5 are going to be Wiley King, Ken Hansen, Caleb Lingle, Randy Smith, and Herman Reese, who is getting the free pass here. Everyone else that is currently between the pace car and Wiley King are going to have to go around.
The times are hilarious on the printout because you've got King, Hansen, Lingle, Smith, and Reese are, within a couple of seconds of the leader, and then everybody else is a minute 22, minute 23 because they're almost a lap down, and that would be what we're calling the wave around. That's that pocket between the leader and the pace car who decided not to pit.
And in order to get the wave around, you have to stay out, you cannot pit, and then you have to be ahead of the leader,
but behind the pace
car. Indeed. And it looks like Steve Rubino may not have had that luxury. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, lights are off now, so they can take their lap.
Some of these guys are going to have to hurry. I don't think... I'm not positive, but I don't think you can extend yellows with this auto admin. But I'm not sure. Obviously, this is something new to both you and I, Blaine. So
Yeah,
we're kind of getting a crash course on it ourselves.
they probably could, and admin could throw a yellow right now, and the pace car would come back out.
Oh yeah. So Wiley King, for the first time tonight, going to be the leader. Ken Hansen right behind him. Green flag back out. And man, things have briefly turned on their head. But we're only on lap 50 at 114. Plenty of time to see what's going to happen here. Charlie Trusty a little slow getting up to speed. He's going to scatter a few guys here. But above all, you just got to get through turns 1 and 2 on those cold tires. And it looks like everyone is doing so at the moment. The 95-94 out in front for the time being. Riley King won a few races last year. Yeah, who knows how long that will be with when you got the 28 back lurking back here. He's got some lap cars, some guys that did get the wave around, but are still going to end up being a lap down. That's Greg Stenzo, Duke Sorensen, 17th and 18th respectively. But Keith currently running 6th. He's going to just have to be patient here, try and just let those tires come to him. We know he's got a good car. We know he'll find his way up there. Top 3 under a blanket at the moment. Ooh, big move there from Ken. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he's going to try and make the pass for the race lead. Looks like he should get clear, and he will. Little tap there to the wall for Wiley. Ken Hansen to the lead. Here in Atlanta, Caleb Lingle right with him in 2nd.
What's this track called now? They repaved it and called it Echo Park Speedway.
Echo Park, yep.
Yeah. Boring.
Yeah,
I have a feeling everybody will still call it Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Oh, it will always be Atlanta. But then again, I mean, hey, the next generation of NASCAR fans are gonna like if Echo Park ever gets rebranded, they're gonna go, and it's always gonna be Echo Park to me. What is this?
Yeah.
Whatever it ends up being in the future.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's the thing, you know. I heard somebody say everybody who's here right now on planet Earth in 100 years, we're not gonna be. So.
Yeah.
Everything moves forward without us.
I just really hope that I don't turn into one of those people that's, you know, the back of my day.
Yeah. Oh, we got somebody around on the back straight away there.
Uh-oh, caution. Bumbalo. No.
Yeah, it's Bumbalo. Yep.
85.
Just again, he comes off turn 2 onto the back straight, and the back end just kicked around on him. Real hard impact in the inside wall, though.
This guy could not catch a break to save his life last year, and it looks like it's going to happen again. He's running 11th, just ahead of Fugate. There it kicks, and oh! With the realistic damage, I think that's going to do him in.
Oh, they run realistic, do they? Yeah.
They do run realistic. That was a hit and a half right there.
Yeah, you know what, though? Like, cosmetically, the car doesn't look too bad, which is surprising with realistic damage. You figured that thing would have been crunched, but it is showing damage.
Yeah.
That's a really cool looking paint job, too. Rockstar Energy Drink Charger.
A lot of Dodges in this. I mean, we got some Pontiacs. Of course, Herman's always driving his Cadillac. Is everybody coming down pit road here? You know who this benefits, actually, is our guys like Keith McLean and others that had to wave around. So now they're going to be back on an even tire strategy with those that benefited from that caution previously.
Yeah, it was a good gamble. You keep the track position, well, depending how good your pit stop is. And you're just right back in there with everybody. Everybody came down pit road too, like you're saying. That's
Steve Grant. Woohoo, 2 tires. Okay.
Interesting.
A little roll the dice. I can appreciate that. You're just now coming up to the second half of this thing. They didn't have a whole lot of laps on the tires. That might not be a bad move. We'll find out how that goes for him. Caleb Lingle will be second, ahead of Ken Hansen, Wiley King, and Randy Smith will be the top 5. Herman Reese leapfrogging a couple spots there. UOB scored 6 once scoring updates here.
And that's the thing too, track position, right? Take it 2 tires now, because now we're flirting with being halfway through this thing.
Yeah, still not a bad time to do it. Give it a try, see what happens. At worst, you're probably just going to end up back to about where you were if you're Steve Grant. So why not? Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Of course, you also have to be fairly confident in the handling of your car.
Yeah.
So Steve's probably liking how things are going for him. We did see him getting pretty tight toward the end of the run when we got to green flag pit stops first time around.
Is there a tire limit here at American Online Racing?
My knowledge, no.
Okay. Some leagues will run a tire limit. They'll give you 5 sets or something.
Oh yeah.
Or 4 sets, or they just set the number so you can pit as much as you want, but you got to be careful because you've only got so many tires, and if you go over the replay analyzer, will find it and then they'll penalize you.
Yeah. Yeah, any league that does that, they are stringent on that, and they will absolutely sit there and make sure that you did not do more than you were supposed to.
And it's such a crazy, it's just another layer of stuff you have to go through. Not only do you need to review the race and make sure everything's good to lock in those final standings, but now you're running tire counts through replay analyzers and making sure guys didn't use more than they were allotted. As an admin in a league like that, holy moly.
A lot to keep track of, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple wave rounds here. It looks like Charlie Trusty and Troy Donahue. Not sure who got the free pass there. Steve Grant out in front to kick off the second half of this race. Fellow metalhead, as we have come to find out, running the Lamb of God logo on the deck lid, which...
Nice.
Once he pointed that, I was like, oh, heck yeah.
You were asking about Lucky Dog. It was the 24 of Sorensen.
24 Duke Sorensen. All right.
Who's got Lamb of God? Let me see this.
Steve Grant. For those that also don't know, myself and Blaine here, we enjoy our fair share of heavy music.
So Lamb of God, I read a funny thing about them last week on Metal Injection or somewhere. They're changing their logo.
Oh.
So that one that he's got on that deck lid there. The reason that they're changing it, they said it looks like a falafel house menu. The font. The font looks like it's reminiscent of a menu at a falafel cafe or something. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Because
I'm going to have to look at a menu then.
But I'm like, you've had this logo for 30 years.
Well,
back when they were Burn the Priest, I think when they were called Burn the Priest, before they changed their name to Lamb of God, it was just like Arial Bold. When they put in Lamb of God, they used this crazy font, and now they're like, nah, that looks like a lame menu font that they would use at a falafel house, so we're going to change our logo. I'm like, what are you? Oh, okay.
Falafel House, that is hilarious.
Great band, though. I didn't think they were going to be able to replace Chris Adler on drums, but that new dude's awesome.
And you know who else is awesome? Steve Grant. He is leading this thing at the moment.
Beautiful
that was a beautiful segue. Boom.
Back to the race. Well, join us on the final lap when we talk about more music and not the race.
I mean, I could talk about music all day long.
I love the lead changes here, though. We've been at this thing now for 60 laps, and we've seen, a bunch of cars dominating that front row. So this is cool.
Had a few different leaders. Of course, Keith McLean early on. Wiley King did for a bit. Ken Hansen, Caleb Lingle, and now Steve Grant. But he's got a mural full of this, number 13.
Yeah.
The guy
and this is where the
113 last year. Yeah.
The concentration comes in. Like, if Grant's looking out that mirror, you really got it. I mean, some guys are great at it. They love the pressure. Look at this. Passing on the outside. Johnson on rails.
2 guys around the outside, is going to cross over on the 13. 3 wide for the lead.
3 wide into 1.
Oh, Caleb bails out of that, and wisely so.
Wow. Yeah, let this guy go. He's on a mission.
Ryan Johnson to the point for the first time here. He wiggles. God, he's
that was
stacked.
amazing.
Wait, this is the most stacked that we have seen this field so far. Here we go. Ken Hansen trying to take third. And Caleb Lingo look for the lead.
Tires.
Yeah, they're using up a lot here. But at the same time, trying not to too much. There's Keith coming up here, and is going to take fourth. Should get the run on the outside, it looks like. We may try and cross over here on Steve.
I wonder if Grant in the 11 just said, you know what, get away from me. I want to get back in my rhythm. Save these tires up, you know.
He's on 2 tires. Everyone else
did he only take 2?
Stacked. Yeah, that's how he got the lead.
Right. Gotcha.
Man,
yeah, so he really has to conserve. Like, he can definitely go the distance. He's got two fresh ones on the right, but he's going to have to protect those insides from falling apart.
For sure. What an epic restart just from everybody here, and now Keith's going for it. Yeah, Steve, like you said, trying to find his rhythm here. Although, you know, you do wonder if those left sides are suffering or causing him to suffer just that little bit. Randy Smith still holding on to the top 10 at the moment, but KJ is going to try and take that away. Or take 7th spot at the very least. Jeff Stakanis and Herman Reese currently rounding out the top 10. Those are 2 guys that are like, man, come on, let's get back up there.
I mean, running with worn lefts, I mean, it'll definitely help the car turn. You can have no issue turning.
Yeah, but over time, the grip does go, and you'll start to feel it.
Yeah, and that'll affect, you know, you're going to have to drive it different, which will also affect the brand new tires you put on the right side of that car, too. So
everyone starting to settle in for now. Well, I say that, and here we go again. Ken Hansen now looking for that 4th position. Great run for Ken so far tonight. 11 laps. Looking strong. Hopefully we'll be able to convert to a great result there for that number 94.
That's another awesome looking car. There's so much good artwork on the tracks every night, man. Like,
classic looking cars, more modern looking schemes. Yeah, a little bit of everything, all different manufacturers. I'm loving the black and red that Jeff's got going this time. Oh my goodness.
The 94 with the flames and then the checkered flag on the back, like, it's just loud. And then you got other cars that are a little bit more tame. It's all good stuff.
Shout out to all the painters out here. Of course, we've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Buffalo Wild Wings, number 78 there, man. And
that's a great looking car too.
Just as I called that out, now I want to go back to Buffalo Wild Wings, like ASAP. But he's also got a mural full of this blue number 1. Or oh my gosh, I just did it. The 13. He's not the 113 anymore. Just the 13.
Is Buffalo Wild Wings like a wing joint?
Yeah, it's a pretty big chain here in the U.S.
Cool.
And I will say that their wings are pretty darn good. Oh, KJ! Whoa!
I was going to say what happened back there, but they gathered it up.
Boy, yeah, they saved it for the time being as we are about to complete lap 69. Very nice indeed. Had to call it out.
Yes.
It had to be done. Back Danny back up here in the picture. Great way to start. It's Tuesday.
Hey, you got to start the weekend eventually.
I wish I could.
Don't want to go for wings too.
I am so going to Buffalo Wild Wings here soon. Oh my gosh, I am so.
Yeah, we have a place here in Canada called Wild Wings, and then who we got on the pits there? Who's that?
We're on pit lane there.
It looks like Charlie Trusty. Yeah.
Yeah, he took a wave around earlier, so he's off cycle. Lap 71 and 114 here. This second half starting to click down now. Ooh, Caleb, a little loose. Manages to catch it.
For those of you paying attention, the 43 of Trusty on pits, he took all the tires he could take. Full service.
I think these guys could take 8 tires, or would take 8 tires if they could at a track like this.
Throw some spares in there and they could change them while they're driving.
KJ starting to lurk here for the top 5. Going to get Steve Grant offline, and we'll take that spot. Jeff Stakena is going to try to follow suit while the King, who led laps. And for the lead,
Uh-oh.
Caleb
Something's
Lingle.
wrong with Trusty.
Going to try and take it back.
The
And we'll
43
clear.
Trusty coming off pit road, he can't keep the car straight.
Yeah, that's a sketchy apron to be on. But new leader is that 13. And Ryan trying to fend off Keith here to hold on to second, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. They'll hold side by side for now, but when you believe it, the top 2 at the start of the race are now 1-2 once again.
And they're going to be dealing with lap traffic eventually with Donahue and Bumbalo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're catching both of them. And Hanson's still 4th, but now he's got Stella Otwell right behind him. And the 31 up to 6th.
And we need wings and beer.
That sounds like a great weekend right there.
You know what? Like, yeah, I would go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I will have a Stella, thanks.
Well, you know what we got to do, Blaine? We got to get you down here for one of these music festivals.
Yeah, you twisted my arm. I'm coming. I have my passport.
I mean, we were talking about music earlier. I mean, I am 100% going to... it is undecided which one yet, as Troy Donahue is going to get down to the apron. It is undecided yet, but I'm definitely going to either Incarceration or Louder Than Life. Oh, goodness gracious. You know what? I'm going to save that thought for when we have a moment.
When we get a yellow, yeah. The wife and I got our passports renewed, but we haven't really used them the last couple of years because, you know, we'd just rather stay in Canada.
Get down here, man. I'm telling you, it's an experience.
Everything's nuts.
Oh, Ryan Johnson. Up the track. He's going to lose us several positions. Oh, goodness gracious indeed.
Oh, wow. Everything just came together.
I'm trying to talk about music, guys. Stop it.
Yeah, stop racing. Look at this. Like, they're 5-6 rows deep right here, just clustered.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this is going to get a little hairy here. Ryan Johnson slipping way back.
A bunch of positions up for grabs. Yeah.
Ken Hansen up into the podium position. Keith McLean going to take the lead. And, oh, my goodness, if he doesn't get bumpered, Caleb's going to push him.
Yeah, why not, eh? It's a drafting track if you want it to be. Why not?
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, in the modern iteration, you might as well.
Yeah.
KJ to third now.
Yeah, because they raised the banking, right?
They raised the banking. It's flat. It's all but flat out. I mean, I can describe it kind of how the higher grip tracks are in the game, where it basically turns into a CTS Super Speedway. Or not a Super Speedway, but it's kind of how CTS would drive probably at this track.
Yeah, but see, I remember like Texas and Atlanta, they were always, you could hit higher speeds on those tracks because they didn't have restrictor plates.
Yeah.
Be like 205 going into a corner. Now you have to lift because it's not a super speedway, but
yeah, they do lift a bit more now, and that'll get better as of course as the years go on and the track wears out. But
bring that rubber in there.
Right back into familiar territory here. Caleb Lingle now with a mirror full of KJ. KJ blinking. KJ is looking like a threat here. He is coming forward in a hurry. Jeff Stakena is up to 4th.
Yeah,
Cream is rising to the top here once again. Why the King up here as well? Oh, goodness gracious.
13 got a run on him.
There's a moment there for KJ. Caleb Lingle has to stay behind him, and Jeff Stakena says, thank you very much, and takes 3rd.
It's funny how KJ made that look like it was easy, but he's still got guys right between the mud flaps.
And I know KJ well enough to know that he's probably on the edge of control in that thing. That's just how he races.
Always got it right on the line, eh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. So, now I'm starting to... Oh, my gosh! Jeff was about to wreck. But now I'm starting to wonder. Because I totally just lost track of when they pitted. But I'm wanting to say that they could probably go another 10-ish.
Yeah, you know what? I can go back and take a look at it.
Yeah, if you could take a look at that. When did they pit? under that last caution, and then that will dictate when they can pit again. In order to make it to the end on one more stop, these guys are going to have to go
55.
55, okay. So they can go to 85, so that should put them right on the window and making it on one more stop without much issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the majority of them pitted at the end of 55, 56-ish. So
then you had a couple laps under caution there, which should help them
out.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have guys that were off that pace as well. So. Or guys coming in early, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, boy. KJ is all over the tail of Mac Daddy now. Keith has got company.
I love the names.
And I know we're calling out Mac Daddy by, well, that. But that's his alias. Hey, anytime that we get him in here, Mac Daddy take a look in the house.
Take a look at it right now. Mac Daddy in the lead's got kilojoules right between the mud flaps. But then you've got
you might want to be careful of how you phrase that. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. We got smoke up there. So somebody swatted the wall. I'm watching in like spectator mode so I can see like everything.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
but there's guys getting a little bit out of shape. But they collected it.
For the lead. Ready to go.
Kilojoules to the bottom.
Can he clear? Answer is no. He's going to get loose.
No, we loose. Look at that.
Had to check up.
I wonder if that may have been it.
Well, we still got that pit stop.
Do you think that might have been the one chance on this run, maybe to get around him? And he's like, okay,
well,
now we just got to get to the pit
I'm not
stop,
going to lie. I think he's faster. I honestly think that KJ's faster at this point in the run.
Okay.
But, I mean, yeah, look at the speed difference in the corner.
Yeah.
Although it does look like Keith's going to get a slightly better exit. Still got the top 5 here. Pretty darn close together. Backed by Wiley King.
Are they running a stock setup here? This is fixed setup, right?
No, it's open.
Oh, this is open set. Oh, awesome.
It is open. So it's everything you want.
I didn't know that. That's amazing. Realistic damage with open setup.
Wiley King is in.
I was going to say, because I remember the stock setups on this track not being the greatest. You always had to adjust them just a little bit. But these guys clearly know what they're doing if it's open set.
These guys know a thing or two about tuning these cars. I'll tell you that right now, and they know how to get to the edge of control while still being able to hold on to it.
Yeah, so the last pit stop now, you're talking like tape adjustments.
Maybe.
Maybe one click.
I think this run's going to be long enough. You probably don't want to push it too much.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I love. Not a lot of leagues run the open. I always just assume that everybody's running fixed.
Yeah, we've got.
Well, ASR runs open on Wednesdays. So if you want to go over there tomorrow, they got open set up there, and they follow the NASCAR schedule. Here they come.
Oh, here we go. Leaders in, including Mac Daddy, going to lock it up, but that looks like a perfect pit entry there for pretty much all 3 of these guys. Caleb Lingo once again staying out. We got some guys racing there. I believe that was Herman Reese trying to make a move on Randy Smith. And I think that he will complete that move. Steve Grant's there. Oh, Monty Keller keeping it out there, that 028. Steve Sorensen coming off the pit lane. See if Caleb brings it in this time, and indeed he will. Lap 89 of 114. This is the money stop. And that looks perfect. Randy Smith going to stay out again. Oh, that's a hot pit there for Herman. Ends up in the grass, but holds on. Hopefully it's not a penalty. I don't think it is. As long as you hit the commitment line, you should be okay.
Yeah, and certain tracks have different rules on that too, it seems. Some of them are very strict.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, here we go. This is for the net race lead here, and Wiley King, with pitting just that little bit sooner, is going to take it. But can he convert that in this run?
Everybody going 4 tires from what I can see.
Yeah, you have to. This run's too long. As Randy Smith and Ken Hansen bring it in from their respective positions. Caleb Lingo bringing it off the pit lane. He is going to lose a little bit of ground here in the short term. Keith McLean already closing on Wiley. They're catching up to Troy Donahue, who's lap traffic. Troy backs out, gets out of the way.
What an awesome race this has been, man.
Yeah, we've had some long runs. We've had a few cautions in here. I want to say it's only been like maybe 4 cautions. It's been a fantastic race indeed. And you'll love to see it. So Wiley King now in the race lead, but a mirror full of this silver number 28. Boy, how long is he going to be able to hold on to that is the question. Just ran his personal best of the race, but it was still slower than the 28. And this is 23 laps to go here at Atlanta in the second race of the 2026 season. KJ and Jeff Stakanis are definitely not out of it. They are close enough that I feel like they could close, especially if these guys start racing it up.
So if people want to come in here and race here, they just go to the AOR website and sign up.
You can go onto the website and sign up, or reach out to guys like Keith McLean, Caleb Lingle, Jeff Trowbridge, any one of the admins here at AOR. And if you're interested, come on out, give it a shot. It is a great challenge, but these guys are also more than willing to help you out when it comes to setups and getting you as competitive as can be. And that's what I love.
The fact that it's open, set up people who aren't afraid to answer questions is always awesome. I mean, everybody's going to have their secrets, but they'll definitely get you out there so you can drive it.
Oh, that looked a little sketchy there for Wiley.
Mm-hmm.
He's still holding on to it for now. We're going to take 20 laps to go this time. This is definitely a long enough run that you do want to save some tire for the end.
Yeah. And you're going to be able to drive a little bit more aggressive because they're going to have some, they're probably not going to have any tire issues, but it definitely will change.
Keith, I think, is actually kind of backing off here. Man, KJ and Jeff are closing in a hurry. Whoa, that was
there he goes.
Send.
Yeah. McLean used all of that draft.
And all the track.
All of it. Everything. Yeah. Drafted right to the last quarter inch, and then around he went. Slingshot. That's the car to beat, though. He's found his way back up there a couple times tonight.
But if KJ isn't burning up his stuff, because him and Jeff have closed in a hurry, I don't know if that's them just burning up their stuff or if they're just that much better. But yeah, this is far from over for Keith, especially if KJ can get around the 95. No, all credit to Wiley, but I mean, let's be honest here. 28 and the 029 have been the class of the field in this second half when it comes to speed. Jeff's still there too. At 31, as the 029 will get clear. Yeah, Lingo's going to be a bit too far back. Ryan Johnson, after pitting a little bit early, is currently 6th. Ron Simpson is now 7th. I think I may have confused him for Duke earlier. Jeff Fugate, Steve Grant, and Monty Keller, the current top 10. Herman Reese, I think, may have gotten bopped for a penalty, so that may have actually been a 30-second penalty that he got for ended up in the grass. He scored 16th lap down. I think he's a lap down. Yeah. First car lap down. Charlie Trusty is out. Whoa, that was a warp.
Yeah, cars that have retired: White, Moran, and Trusty.
So, lap 99.
19 guys still out there, though.
This has been an awesome night here. Great race.
This finish is going to be pretty crazy if they can get up to McLean. That's the thing. He's pulling away.
They have
now
to find
he's
a
sort
way
of
up
just
to him.
setting that pace now. He's not really driving away anymore, but he's not letting them catch them either.
No. So right now, I think that KJ is just trying to cool his tires a little bit for this final 15 laps so that he can try and maybe have something for the end here. There's Duke. You're catching up to him now to put him a lap down. Of course, a yellow flag at this point in the race would really send things into overdrive.
Yeah. Don't say that out loud, though.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
That little time gain there for KJ, just under a tenth. KJ seems like he kind of sends it in a little harder on entry compared to Keith. Keith gets it back in the middle and exit.
Some lap traffic there. Easy does it, but lap traffic knows how to act.
And Duke Sorensen.
Sorensen knows what he's doing. Yep.
Credit to him there, getting out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen. Oh, well, it does happen sometimes. There's miscommunication with lap cars, but.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a treacherous track out there. Those guys are trying just as hard to hold on to the car.
Well, that's the thing, too. In every car you see is an actual person driving it. So, stuff happens sometimes, which is the name of the game. That's why it's so great.
I've been there once or twice on both ends.
They're reeling them in a little bit here.
Yeah, just inching a little bit closer. Oh, that doesn't
the
happen.
29, yeah, kilojoules just blinked out.
12 laps to go here. Top three still all under a blanket relatively. Why the Kings starting to slip back a little bit. Still going to, if they hold as they are, going to be a great run for Wiley.
It's crazy how good the race is, and I think it is because it's open setup. Because everybody's driving style, you've got the setup that you need for how you drive.
You've got to execute it.
Yeah, and then fixed is kind of like, I don't like driving like this. And then guys are spitting out because that's not their driving style.
Mm-hmm.
Like
or the
fixed
tight.
setup. Yeah, the fixed setup, if it doesn't match your driving style, you're going to really be fighting that thing. For the open setup here tonight, it's been flawless because everybody's got what they need.
He's starting to pull just a hair on these guys. 10 laps to go. Does KJ or Jeff have anything for the driver of this 28? They've been kind of rebounding a little bit. Yeah,
catches him in the corner. Yeah, but then on the straightaway, it sort of, he's getting close.
Oh, he's really close now. Is this just a flash in the pan, or can he try to make it happen?
He's there now. He's going to make it happen.
9 laps to go. Try and maybe back up the entry here just a little bit, or force Keith just to overdrive it a smidge.
I say you still got 10 laps left. You just stay right there and stare at him. Hope that he makes a mistake.
Mind games.
Just follow him,
But Keith has been in this position so many times. I don't think you're going to really get him to flinch that easily.
Yeah. He's going to run his line and he don't care. Oh, he's looking.
He's going to try every bit of pavement that he can there. Oh, Keith is not able to get it to the bottom. Here we go.
They're going to slip again. This is where he slipped last time.
He's going to get the run, though, on the outside. We remain side by side. KJ clear into the lead.
Now
Keith is going to try to cross him over. Oh, KJ's loose. Had to pedal it. Still game
and now
on.
A word from our sponsor.
Don't you dare.
After the break. Yeah, we'll return after the break.
KJ not clear yet. They're catching C. Rubino. Ooh, almost off the wall.
Yeah, now you got lap traffic in the mix, too.
And Jeff Stakanis is looking at these guys going, hey-yo.
Mm-hmm. Stakanis is in a great spot. Just sitting there watching.
He is. KJ clear, but Keith's going to cross him over.
He looked like he wanted to give him a tap.
Keith looking for redemption after last week. Oh, he had to check up big time.
Oh, man, these
catching
guys are
the 07.
Racing. Yeah.
07 gets out of it. But KJ clear again.
Wow.
They are driving as hard as humanly possible. Screw saving the tires.
This is amazing. Yeah.
5 laps to go at Atlanta, and KJ clear now by about a car length or 2.
I mean, I don't think
Keith used up his stuff.
An issue, but yeah, you definitely probably won't lose any tires, but you're definitely going to use them up. And they might have used them all up right there. Well, maybe not.
He may have. Well, yeah, he did have to check up a little bit more there in the middle. Now 4 laps remaining. KJ
trying to shake the draft right there.
Shake the draft, cut the dog leg just that little bit there in the in the quad oval. Top three still all right on top of each other, relatively speaking. And look at Keith trying to drive it as hard as he can, even push up the track a little bit. Where the King may fall into the clutches of Caleb Lingle here, is finding some speed. Steve Grant 6, Ryan Johnson, Monty Keller, Ron Simpson, and Jeff Fugate, the top 10 as they run. Back up front, 3 to go. And KJ starting to pull it a bit, almost 2/10 that lap.
Trying to find a way to reel him in, but
Ooh, Jeff Fuller drove that entry just a bit.
yeah, all three of these guys are doing great, but it looks like KJ might be pretty comfortable where he is now.
I did say that in that long run, KJ was looking like the strongest, and it is starting to show. With just a lap and a half remaining, all he's got to do is just keep his nose clean. They're catching Greg Stenzo here. Coming to the white flag here at Atlanta. A fantastic race. KJ looking good if he can just hold on for this final lap.
White flag, sponsored by Top Dragster Broadcasting.
Happy to be bringing these guys to the YouTube land once again. Someone spun on the back stretch.
Yeah, they're ghosting us out here with all that smoke.
Extenso getting out of the way.
Somebody
so
blew
it up. It's,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's Wiley, but off of turn 4, KJ Kilojoules to victory lane. How about it?
What a race, man. That was awesome.
We're thinking Keith was the favorite, and he was, but after not setting a qualifying lap, it's all KJ.
I'm just going back to see what happened with King.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a moment.
On fire down there. And yeah, okay, so he came out of, what was that, turn 2?
Oh, there's a burnout for you. 90 miles an hour through the grass.
Nice.
Oh, light it up.
Yeah, the 95 just came off the turn and the thing just went left. The wall stopped them.
Well, I had to mention anything about it being a good run for Wiley. I had to say it. The announcer's jinx has struck again.
Congratulations, Kilojoules. Everybody involved in this race, man. Awesome race.
Put on a great show. Man, that was cool. And a few cautions here and there, but nothing too crazy. KJ with the win.
Great.
Didn't lead the most laps by any means. But man, did that thing come to life in that second half.
It's almost like they've done it before, eh?
Oh, he's done this more than a few times. He's raced Keith more than a few times. While we have time here, we'll go ahead and take a look real quick at the 95. A tough break for a guy that was going to get a top 5 result.
Yeah, thing just kicked out on him.
Going to wind up 13th.
Be an oversteer, to say the least.
2 laps to go. He's trying to fend off Caleb Lingle. Yep, got it down, and then he's turning, trying to keep it off the wall, and oof. That's kind of what Ricky Bumbalo looked like earlier.
With realistic damage, you're not going to walk away from that one, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not. Wow. Rough one there.
And unfortunately for White, Moran, and Trusty having to retire from this race, but the top 12 of the 19 remaining were on the lead lap.
Full results are as follows. KJ with the win. Keith McLean and Jeff Tsicanis, the top 3. We'll get a word with those guys in just a little bit. Caleb Lingle with 4th after starting on pole. And then Steve Grant with an excellent top 5 finish. Ryan Johnson, Monty Keller. Great finish for Monty. Ron Simpson, Jeff Fugate, Randy Smith will wind up with the top 10. Ken Hansen, that's 11th place. I think that he deserved a little better than that. Eddie Rayleigh, last car in the lead lap, as you said. Wiley King, going to end up a lap down at 13th. Steve Rubino, Herman Reese, tough break for Reese, going to finish 15th. Duke Sorensen, a lap down. Then Greg Stenzo, 2 down. Ricky Bumbalo, 2 down. Troy Donahue finishes 19th, 9 down. And then, as you said, Charlie Trustee, Gary Morin, and Tom White rounding out the results. Great race and a great night. Man, that was good stuff. And
Yeah.
big congrats to KJ. We saw some great hard racing there. That's what Atlanta game track, or really a lot of these versions of Atlanta, man, do they bring some awesome competitive racing. And that's why I love it anytime that I see one of these higher bank mile and a halves on the schedule. That was great stuff. Great racecraft from these guys too. I will, just before we get to the interviews, I will say to you, good sir, Blaine.
Yes.
For those music festivals I was talking about, dude, I'm telling you, if you can make it happen, you gotta make it happen. I don't know which one I'm doing yet. I mean, you had mentioned the Hardy Boys earlier, and the fact that you play their music on your stream.
Yeah.
So Jeff Hardy's performing at Louder Than Life.
What? Why?
He does his own music.
Oh, he's in oh, okay.
So
Huh.
just a little selling point there, but I'll have to maybe talk to you about that a little bit after we're done here. But
Yeah, that's cool. I see some festivals that they pop up in like Europe and stuff, like these like doom metal stoner rock festivals and stuff, like Desert Fest, I think is one. That might be in California actually, but
okay.
like Brant Bjork and Caius and all these bands, like, oh man, you look at like every band on the list, I'm like, I want to watch all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to
All the old
I'll just
blues
show
from
you
the
both
desert.
of those then.
Yeah, I've never been to a festival, I don't believe.
Dude.
Nothing crazy huge though. Like it's, I've been to shows outside, but
yeah.
nothing like I've, like a big old festival thing where there's like 50 bands playing. Like I've never done that.
Oh, dude.
Heavy Toronto, heavy Montreal, like they've had those. I've just never gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's always a thing of like what day.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do I want to see these bands on Friday or these bands on Saturday? And like another one of my favorite bands, Yob, they have a thing in Toronto they do every year called Prepare the Ground, and it's just phenomenal. And they headline on Sunday, so it's like I'd have to get back and get to work the next morning. And it's like, I just like, who cares? I should just do it. Yob's amazing. So last year, a band Kailesa, who'd been on hiatus for like, they kind of just broke apart for like last 10 years. They reunited and played that. They played that show, and I'm looking at the thing going, Kailesa's playing. They got two drummers. Should send you a link.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. But
it's a weird dynamic.
After we're done here, we're done here, don't go anywhere. I got to show you this stuff.
Cool. Yeah, we got to do racing stuff.
Yeah, we got these guys down here waiting for us here. I mean, hey, this is how much me and Blaine just love music. But
this website's insane, dude. I'm on their website. Like, it looks old, but there's so much info on here.
Oh, there's so much stuff
User
on it.
was
It
moved
is
to your channel.
darn impressive. Speaking of impressive, that was a quite impressive run there for our man Jeff Stakanis. Jeff, do you copy?
I got a copy.
Great to talk to you again, my friend. A new year, a new season, but same competitive nature out of that Steak and Shake number 31. You were right there with them. You were witnessing a hell of a battle in front of you between those guys. What was going through your mind?
I wondered if I was in the catbird seat, actually.
I was thinking that, like, if those two get into each other or anything. Here's a question for you. Would you have gone 3 wide if the opportunity presented itself?
Oh, sure. Why not?
My man, I love it.
We're going for a win.
I love it. Yeah, great finish there for you, and a great job of just really coming down to you 3 there at the end. But I'll ask you, just all night long, that 31, again, just a solid, consistent time out of that car. Obviously, there were points that it got a little dodgy with getting into traffic. But all in all, how would you say the night went for you?
Overall pretty good. I mean, coming up through the field like that, with the weird yellow coming out there and everything kind of getting discombobulated. But other than that, the car felt good. I was a little tight at the end of the run, and just depending on how hard you were running it. In that last stint there, I was running it pretty hard to keep up with those guys. So I was holding on for dear life there at the end.
You and KJ managed to close in on Keith and Wiley, who had the lead there for a little bit. Like you said, yeah, you were running pretty hard. Was there any semblance of like, oh man, I should probably save my tires. This is going to be a long enough run for that?
No, not at the end. I was the only thing I was watching was the heat on my tires throughout the race. But that last stint, I never even looked at it. I just kind of told KJ, "You make a lane and I'll follow you," and that's how we went.
And he made it work. So nicely done there. I'll turn it over to Blaine if you got any questions or anything you want to mention to our third place finisher here.
I love that race, and I was mentioning to Andrew how the open setup really leads to a great race because everybody has the setup that they need underneath them. You know, like how long do you guys? I mean, you know what track's coming up the next week. Do you do a lot of testing, or you've just been doing this so long you've just got all your setups already ready to rock?
We have a ton of setups, but like tracks we don't know. Usually on Monday nights we're always practicing. And then of course you come in during, an hour before and you start to dial stuff in, but you kind of get a sense of what you want, on a Monday night for open setups. And, you're in there for anywhere from 30 minutes to some people are in there for 2 hours. They're just trying to figure out where their car is at. But yeah, we have a lot of setups. But if it's a new track, yeah, we're in there trying to figure out where everything is. And Herman, our teammate, Herman and Keith are the guys that are our go-to guys. I really rely on those two guys for setups because they know what they're doing.
That's always good to have those guys in your back pocket, like the setup gurus.
They hate me when I outdrive them in their setup.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's like, why did I tell them?
Yeah,
like, why did I give that competitive?
Yeah, don't answer the question truthfully. Lie.
Well, Jeff, a great finish for you, my man, and great to see you back up there. Great to have you in the booth again for the first time this season, the first of many, I am sure, that we'll get to talk to you. But as always, though, you know the drill. Whenever we get you up here, you have the floor for whatever you want to close out with.
Say thank you to all the admins and all the guys I race with, and all the people that were watching tonight during the broadcast, and all the sponsors, and it's just a great hobby. Thanks, guys.
An honor to be a part of it, man. Best of luck heading into the road course next week.
Oh, I'm gonna love that.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll be practicing that one.
I don't blame you one bit. Best of luck, my man.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
I've never seen it. I haven't seen a lot of these guys race the road course. That'll be a whole different challenge.
That's a fun course. That's Daytona Road, you said? That's gonna be a fun one. Yeah, that's a fun track.
Excited to see what they do. Mac Daddy in the house.
Mac Daddy in the house.
Runner up. So just one spot short. Your man KJ just got you, but still, man, I mean, a bit of redemption from last week. I'm sorry to bring that up again, but still, that was a heck of a car and a heck of a race for you.
Oh yeah, I had a really good car. I knew if I was gonna get beat at the end, there wasn't one person gonna do it, and he did it. So congrats, KJ.
And yeah, you and him seem like the class of the field there in the second half. First half, it was mainly you and Caleb. Just the nature of running this track so many times, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, I was running a different setup tonight. I'm usually loose here, and I'm saying I'm not being loose in Atlanta anymore. I run a tighter setup, and I could have stood to be just a tick looser at the end, or maybe not have ran as hard when we came out the pits when I was following Wiley. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, how much of that time behind Wiley was that trying to conserve versus just being like, come on, get me back out there?
We was running pretty hard. And then after I got by Wiley, I was like, well, I need to try to save a little bit. And here comes KJ. I was like, well, it is what it is now.
A long season, plenty of time. That I'll turn it over to Blaine. You got anything for Mac Daddy?
Well, I'm just looking at, like, you qualified, what was it, second?
Second.
Yeah, and then end up there as well. I mean, what's to say? And led the most laps too. I'm looking at that now, 61 laps led. Like, awesome race, man. But I didn't even realize you guys were running open setup until like the last third of that race where Andrew brought it up. I'm like, oh man, this is like so much more. I gotta get in. I don't know why more leagues don't run open. It's such a cool thing, especially with the pit strategies and stuff.
It is. It brings a lot more into it. You can pit like at M. We didn't need 2 cans. You take a can and a half and loosen the car up, or you take 2 cans, or what do you do? Or you take 2 tires. But I don't think anybody. It would have been like 20 some laps on 2 tires. That wouldn't have been good. But yeah. Anyway, car was good. I had a good run. I'm happy. I redeemed myself. Sorry, Gary, from last week. Man, I'm sorry. It happens. But, hey.
Were you getting close to burning up all your stuff there? Because you guys had a couple of segments there where you were racing pretty hard.
Car, I mean, I never got really loose, but the car was good. Tires lasted. I mean, over half a tank, I was still green on all the way around. But as soon as it hit about 10 gallons, right rear would go, and then the left front would go, and then the right front. But yeah, burn them up, but had fun.
The bottom line right there, just having a good time with it. Great time seeing you out there, and a very competitive track. Like I was saying earlier, this track always produces some awesome racing, and you and KJ going side by side there for a while was absolutely awesome. Great job to all you guys. But hey, we got the road course next week. Thoughts on what to expect there?
I'll be like Carson Hocevar next week. He's a speedy. But I'd like to give a shout out to Steve Grant, Jeff Trowbridge, and they really spent all winter working on this and got everything together for us. And I just want to thank them guys tremendously, because they really put this thing together. Yeah, shout out to KJ. Good win, brother. And the whole team. We got me and KJ and Jeff, 1, 2, 3. We call ourselves a 4 horseman, but I think we got about 5 or 6 of it.
You got a whole alliance going there. But yeah, great job tonight, my man. Led a lot of laughs, as said, and hey, just best of luck at the road course. Hopefully, we'll get to talk to you then, or at the very least, you can have a good time after you end up in the tire barrier. I don't know.
That'll probably happen. If I do, when I do, pull me into the booth so I can tell you about how crappy I am.
Sounds like a plan to me. Good job tonight, though, my man, and you have yourself a good one.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Keith.
User was moved out of your channel.
And of course, how could I totally forget that? Yeah, Steve Grant, a big part of also making a lot of this happen, and the Speedlane guys. We thank all you guys for what you're doing with this league. Race winner,
User was moved to your channel.
KJ. There he is. KJ, do you copy?
Yeah, I got you, Andrew. We got the beer popping. We're drinking, so.
You got the Stella Artois flowing?
Yeah, we got the Stella Artois flowing here in Victory Lane here. Just having a good old time.
Hey, as you should be, man. That was a hard-fought win. You started at the back. Obviously, it's a long race, so track position at the start didn't matter as much, but still, you and Keith, especially you, honestly, seemed like toward the second half of that race, you had that 029 dialed in. How was it feeling?
I was worried I would never get there, Andrew. If you've seen the initial start, we had a car spin the tires, and I lost 2 seconds there, and I finally caught up in caution, and then I caught up again, and that caution during the pit cycle kind of threw everybody out of position. And I was worried I wouldn't get up there and get a chance to race Keith, but we got up there, and it feels good to come all the way from the back and get all the way to the front like that. Just shows how good that setup was. I could drive through the field.
You drove through the field. You were right behind him there just before that final pit stop. You caught him from at least a second back, however far back you and Jeff were. You caught up there really quickly. You got side by side, and it was a hard-fought fight. But once that 029 got up front, there was no looking back. But when you and Jeff were trying to catch there, was that just flat out, or was there still at least a little bit of conservation to try to manage those tires?
I was going hard, but I wasn't going full out. I was trying to stay in his draft. That way I wouldn't have to run so hard to get to him. I seen Wiley in front of him, so I knew at some point he'd go under Wiley and it would cost him a couple tenths. I was trying to stay in front of Jeff too, so I had to run just hard enough to stay in the draft, stay in front of Jeff, and not kill the right rear. So the run before when we pitted, I learned something trying to pass Keith. I got way too loose, so I made an adjustment in that pit stop, and it was still a little too loose, but it was a lot better, and I could hold the throttle down just enough to clear him coming off too.
That made the difference. So awesome stuff there. I guess my personal final question, and I'll turn it over to Blaine. Were you running that thing just as loose as you always do?
I actually run a pretty tight setup here, Andrew, if you can believe that. It's pretty tight for me. I made a bad adjustment yesterday. I ran a couple laps and it felt too tight, and I tweaked it a little too much, and I didn't dial it back enough there during the race, but it was okay. It was a little too loose for me for Atlanta, but normally I'm a lot tighter here.
That's a little different to hear from you, but
keep you on your toes, Andrew.
It paid off, evidently, and that's what matters the most. So very nicely done after leading only 8 laps, getting the win there. Blaine, what you got for our race winner?
More setup questions, because like you're saying, you made an adjustment in the pits to just kind of tighten the car up, or maybe in that final run get it where you needed to get it. Like what are you changing? Just tire pressures, or your track bar? Like what are you, minor stuff?
I put like 20 pounds of wedge back in it and half pound in the right rear, just to take a little bit of heat of that right rear tire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we were talking about like letting tires cool down and getting ready to pounce kind of thing. You don't want to burn everything up. You want it to be there, but yeah, to make that work is so cool.
Yeah, I didn't want to do track bar because it was turning really good just rolling through the corner, and it wasn't really that bad. I just want to make a small adjustment on it, so I didn't want to jump the fence, go the other direction.
20 pounds though, that's not a small swing, I would think, but evidently paid off though. Well, my man, great win for you. Yeah, you get that Stella flowing wherever you want to, man. That is awesome to see you in victory lane this early on. I guess I'll also conclude just by asking you thoughts heading into the road course next week.
I didn't know it was a road course until about 10 minutes ago, so now I'm looking forward to it. And it's one of my favorites, is Daytona Road Course.
Yeah, best of luck there. And hey, anytime we get you up here in the booth, though, whatever you want to close out with, floor is yours.
It's been a minute, Andrew, so let's see if I can screw this up. Thank you, Andrew. Blaine here in the booth. We still going with Top Dragster? I haven't talked to y'all in a while. Yeah, so thanks, Top Dragster, for broadcasting the race. I'm going to go back and watch the end of that because it's pretty fun. Thanks for AOR and everybody running this Hobo Cup series here. Keith, Caleb, and Steve. I think that's the main 3. There might be somebody I'm missing here, but thanks to them guys for putting this lead together here. Hobo is always a blast to run, and when you get races like that, it's really fun. You're racing the track when you're racing somebody else. Good race to Keith. My satellite teammates, Jeff and Herman, had a speeding penalty, I think, at the end there. That was a good race up front. I want to say hey to my wife. She was watching. She already came in here and said something. Say hey to my mom. I'm sure she was watching too. That was a fun race. Anytime you can white knuckle and race the track as you're racing somebody, those are always the best types of races to have.
And it showed in full display there for that final stint. And great job. Hopefully, first of many for this 39 race season. Great job, my man.
Thank you. We got good tracks coming up for them. We got Daytona Road Course and Phoenix is coming up too. So,
even better. Love it. Best
we'll
of luck, my man.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Have a good night.
User was moved out of your channel.
There you go.
There we go. And that is race 2 in the books. The road course next week. We are really looking forward to seeing these guys on a road course. I haven't seen a lot of these guys race on the road before, so we'll see how that goes. Blaine, I'll turn it over to you for whatever you would like to close out with before we end the night and what we got to see here in a great race at Atlanta.
Yeah, and like American Online Racing, I've probably heard of it, but never, and the fact that Hobo decided to join forces with these guys, it's just, and the way that automatic administration thing works is fantastic. The website's got a ton of info on it. It's cool to see all these different leagues, and that's kind of neat. Like, these guys have been around a long time, and the fact that there's so many active leagues is just can't keep track of all of them. And this race was amazing. I can't say enough how good that race was, and the turnout too. There's 20-25 cars on the track on Tuesday night, so it's going to be wild going forward, especially a 39 race season. Holy moly! Do they keep the same points set up, like 175 for a win?
I do believe so. Yeah, it looks like 175 for the win. You get 5 for leading laps, and it looks like another 5 for leading the most. Keith McLean got that. Led 61 laps tonight.
Yeah,
does not win. But you actually did remind me, though, that of course, with the updated points standings coming up live, which is awesome. Keith is the current point leader after all is said and done. He is just ahead of Jeff Stakanis, Steve Rubino, KJ, and Eddie Rayleigh are the current top 5 in the points standings, but obviously that is going to be fluctuating a lot since we're early on in the season. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as we go. But yeah, great operation that these guys are putting on, and just the fact that we're going to be able to cover it as we go. I'm honored. I'm excited. I'm going to keep saying that every race because it's true. And it hypes you up.
Yeah. And Daytona next week, that's going to be cool. The road course is great. I love that thing. I can't remember who made that track. It's still fairly new, so it's a very, very... I'm sure there's only one. There might be a few versions of it, but the one that I've used is great.
I think there's a few of them. I don't know which one they're going to be running. But we'll find out, and we'll get that all set up for next week. Thank you again, Blaine, for joining me for this one.
Man.
Stick around for just a few. I want to talk to you about something. But,
cool. Yeah, thanks for the invite, dude. This was a lot of fun. That was a fantastic race. Can't say that enough. Thanks to AOR for having us and letting me hijack the co-host seat. I'm sure Mr. Rogers will be back in here next week with you.
Indeed he will. That is the current plan. And yeah, just hoping to have plenty of different guys here in the co-host seat. Just having a good time. That's always what we do here on the channel. And anyone that always wants to join in and have some fun, let me know. I'm always down for it. Thank you again to Blaine. Congrats to KJ on the victory. We will see you all at the road course at Daytona. Until then, a good evening, and hey, see how the road course goes. Have a good night, everybody.